Allen Pals. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. Where we lock you low. Allen Pals. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. It's the Allen Pals Show. Where we lock you low. Come on. Welcome everyone to another edition of the Allen Pals Show. We are back. It's been a minute. Got a lot to discuss. We got a big fight coming up this Saturday. I'm excited about. Thursday night football is tomorrow. We're going to preview that a little bit. The whole week one, but we got to jump it off with the Bears game because we local around here. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about them Chiefs, Suka. We got to talk about them. We're going to go back into the week. We're going to start from the current events, and we're going to work our way back. But we got to jump it off with the disappointing loss of the Bears. A lot of excitement was going on, you know. Preseason came. We saw some stuff we thought we never seen before. Then the Chiefs humbled us a little bit in preseason. And then, you know, I was expecting a W in this first game, you know, against the Vikings at the crib. J.J. McCarthy, basically a rookie, even though it's his second year, he didn't play last year. So I'm expecting the Bears to protect home field advantage. We got a new coach, a second-year quarterback. I'm expecting them to show up, and they started out well, even got a pick six from a backup cornerback, and we can't pull it out. And so a disappointing loss. Vic, as I know, you was just as disappointed as I was, but what was your reaction to them losing that lead in a fashion that they did it?
Hey, bro, I don't like one thing I never do. I never, ever blame things on officiating. I don't.
Yeah.
But if you go back to, there's a play in the game where the Bears had like 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. They were in the red zone. Caleb Williams hit DeAndre Swift in the flat, and we got the ball down to the 10-yard line. But on the same play, the referee called a phantom holding call on Donnell Wright that has been interviewed by ESPN, Fox. Everybody like, this is not a holding.
Yeah.
The next play, they called something else, a holding on somebody, a false start or something. So guess what now? With 3rd and 30, we would have been 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line without the phantom call, about to get some kind of points, to 3rd and 30. That momentum swing, that took a lot out of the game. That swung the momentum into the favor of the Vikings right there, though, bro. That was like basically, that was a 14-point swing because literally we missed the field goal after we got back in range, after we lost some yards, and then they scored a touchdown on the next possession.
It was a terrible call. But for me, it was like, yo, Ben Johnson, earn your money. We done made you one of the highest coaches in the league without any head coaching experience. This dude getting paid over $13 million a year.
Yeah, he's up there with the McVays and the Shanahans. He's up there. He's making money. Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. That was definitely a terrible call.
Yeah. That's what I said. You see what I said? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I do look at this football as long as I've been watching it, bro. It is a game of momentum. Always have been. Always will be. It is a game of momentum. Yeah. We had all the momentum going, bro. We at the 10-yard line. We knocking on the door, bro. We knocking on the door. And wind up getting nothing out of that. And they wound up getting 7. And it was a totally different game after that. They thought running the ball, they got confidence. They're like, oh, we got the referees in our pocket. We can play a little bit more confident.
Yeah. It's a terrible loss, man. At the crib.
It was.
It's a terrible loss.
You up 10, you shouldn't lose that game. You up 10, you shouldn't lose that game.
Should not. Fernando,
Caleb Williams, bro, he still has a lot to work on with his footwork. The arm is there. But why the ball sails on him? Because he don't use the proper footwork all the time. Sometimes he's relying on all arm. Bro, that ball gonna flood on you. Your arm and your feet go hand in hand as a quarterback. He had to learn to have better footwork, bro. If not, he gonna always start off good, and then when they make adjustments and make him have to move his feet and throw, that's the result you get.
I got you. I'm gonna get Fernando in here. He's making his Allen Powell's debut. What did you see from this Bears game?
Well, hey, first I want to say shout out to everybody. Appreciate that for letting me be on, and I'm agree with Vic, but I'm gonna disagree in a certain extent where you said it was a terrible loss. I think it was a great loss for the Bears. I'll tell you why. Don't get mad at me. Here's why.
I'm waiting. I need to hear this.
We're putting all this pressure on Ben Johnson, right? This is his first year, right? His first year coaching. It's hard for a coach to come in their first year and win. You did hit an excellent point. Yeah, this is J.J. McCarthy's debut, but he had all year to watch what's going on from the offense and practice and learn the scheme under their coach, right? So he learns the mechanism, right? And you got to remember something with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson came from Detroit,
yes,
and they had one of the most prolific run offenses next to the Baltimore Ravens. Why is that? He had excellent linemen that knew how to pull when they're blocked. You got a new young line. They don't understand this cadence, this communication. And aside from those penalties, they had 4 false starts. 4.
Yeah.
So you're right. When you're getting those penalties, you lose momentum. Instead of you trying to jump on time, now you're hesitating, right? So you're missing the edge block. And from a quarterback perspective, you're scared to call certain audibles because you know these guys are not communicating well. So it changes your whole offensive dynamic. And I think the Bears walked away with something saying, we have the receivers, we have the offensive tools, we play decent defense. All we have to do is clean up this communication with this line, and you're going to see a different team. They cannot get any worse than how they played. They're only going to get better. I think it's something to be excited about with this young Bears team.
Yeah.
You know, that they have a long way to go. I know we're looking forward to a team like Detroit. Detroit lost their OC. Detroit lost their DC, and we saw what Green Bay did to them. So don't be shocked if Chicago pulls up this week and fine-tune some things to make them look a lot better than what they were.
I hear everything you're saying. A couple things I want to push back on, though.
Yes.
You say Ben Johnson's his first year, J.J. McCarthy had all year to watch. Ben Johnson had all year to watch. He was under the coaching staff. He's been in the league for how long? He had a chance to watch too. And this is Chicago. We ain't going to hit the moral. Bro, it's the 3rd biggest market in the U.S. We ain't trying to hit none of that. We want to win. We want to win now. We don't want to hit none of that. We paid you one of the highest paid coaches in the league. We're not trying to hit none of that. He came in talking about he want to win now as well. He didn't say this gonna be some growing pains, and he ain't say none of that. He came in talking about he want to win now.
You can't have growing pains from week 1.
Listen, man, this is a bad loss, bro. You at the crib against a second-year quarterback who didn't play, and we seen he was rattled early and he got settled in later. But you got to take advantage of that. This is a bad loss. But Mike, I want to bring you in. You ain't got no smoke in this game. You a Chiefs fan, but is this a bad loss or a good loss, according to Fernando? Is it a bad loss or a good loss?
First off, like Fernando, hey, appreciate having me on. I know I missed the last couple shows.
Yeah.
Oh snap. Vic had good points. Fernando had good points, but I'm gonna have to go with, man, it's a bad loss. You know, I've been here long enough. I just made 15 years in Chicago, so I've been following the Bears, you know, along with my friends and coworkers, you know. So I was actually rooting for the Bears Monday night, and they kind of let me down because all I've been saying is, regardless how you do it, you got to get the dubs. You got to start winning, man. It's all about winning. You can play ugly and play bad and still find a way to win, and the Bears got to find themselves doing that. They got to start learning how to win. Now that was a bad loss to me. That was a bad loss. Now you made some good points, Fernando. Yeah, they got to clean up some things, but at the same time, man, you can't let McCarthy come in here and throw for 145 yards and walk away with a win.
And you get a pick six, and you got a pick six. The defense giving you 6 points.
Yeah, I'm with Mike, man. These type of games that we drafted you to be the number 1 overall quarterback. You got to lead up to victories in these type of games, bro. Like Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels are winning games like this. They winning games like this.
Caleb was only responsible for one penalty, and that was the intentional grounding. Everything else is a team.
No, bro, he sacked himself. He sacked himself too. He sacked himself too. He sacked himself too. You can't do that. He pulled it there on Losky, bro.
When he stepped out.
Yeah, he sacked himself. That was a sack.
I'm yelling.
Yeah, that was a sack, bro. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away, bro. Come on.
Hey,
come on.
Hey, I'd rather see a QB do something silly like that in his second year, because the sacks he were getting last year. Remember, he led the league in sacks.
You giving him a lot of grace. I'll tell you that. To be in his second year, you giving him a lot of grace.
I'm giving him grace because it's only week 1. This
is Chicago.
I understand that. But
you got a Tampa Bay. Where are you located right now, my brother?
I'm in North Carolina.
See, so you ain't got the pulse of Chicago right now. You're in North Carolina. You don't understand what's going on. We are frustrated and we tired.
You outpassed them. You tied in rushing. You had a better time of possession. It wasn't bad football. You made mistake, yes, but the mistakes was those penalties. If you take and cut those penalties in half, like what Vic says, that's a W. That's a W.
Was a fifth.
You can't say Caleb played worse than JJ, because he didn't.
No, he didn't. He did. I mean, like I said, just piggybacking, there was a couple other things I saw though too. There was a play when Tyree Stevenson was right behind the guy and he failed and they called pass interference. And the referee, on Monday Night Football, they always have the guest referee and they're like, what would you do on that play? He's like, I was hoping they would get together and pick that flag up. Yeah. Literally, the next play, and I don't make excuses, but I'm just telling you what I see when I know they're not flagged. The exact next play, they called Dayo Obanjango for a hand to the face, and this man never got in that man's face. It stayed right in his chest. They say, bro, that's not hand to the face. They like, what are these referees watching tonight? But then on top of that, Beard was not aggressive enough to me in the second half with the offense. He wasn't. I can't say if the play caller wasn't aggressive or Caleb wasn't pulling the trigger. My thing I'm starting to come up with Caleb, I think he's more worried about throwing interceptions than he is for throwing touchdowns. Bro, this is the NFL. You're going to throw picks. You got to try to get that ball in there on that man's hand if he just got the slightest thing that he's in the NFL for a reason. These are the things that Jaden Daniels, your idol, Aaron Rodgers, Caleb Williams' idol, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, the guy that you say you idolize, Russell Wilson, the guy that you say that you want to be like. Yeah. If you this much of time, you got to get that ball in there. Nobody's going to be sitting here wide open like this in the NFL. You're just going to be able to every time. That's the only time you think you can throw the ball. Caleb has got to be scared. Got to stop being scared to throw interceptions, bro, and take some chances and throw some balls, bro. He got to. He's trying to be too protective of the ball. I get it. But, dude, picks are part of the NFL. You are going to throw them. JJ, the rookie shook his off and came back with 2 touchdown passes.
He did.
Come on, Caleb. You got to stop playing ball, bro. I saw some plays where guys were open and he pump faking it. Bro, throw the ball. Throw the ball, bro.
I'm going to get to some of these YouTube comments. Orange Wolf Creative. Yeah, the false starts are a sentiment of line being new. We will be good down the line. Let's talk about the O-line play, man. Is it the O-line being new or like what do you contribute to? To me, first of all, I want to talk about the center. We paid this guy from Atlanta, Dahlman, free agent, was supposed to be, one of the best centers, free agents out there. We paid him. And this dude is getting beat on the inside on a regular basis. Dude stayed in the backfield. Defensive tackle for Minnesota was in the backfield a lot. Too much for my liking. I'm like, yo, this ain't good. And then we had a false starts from Jonah Jackson, and then a right tackle, Darnell Wright. So and then you got Braxton Jones getting bull rushed all in but I feel like he played decent enough. But go ahead, Vic.
Outside that bogus penalty on Darnell Wright, he would have graded out the top lineman in football, offensive lineman in football, if it wasn't for that holding penalty on him in week 1. Darnell Wright, even in spite of that, Darnell Wright played a hell of a game. He had a 77.9. He had 77.9 PFF in the run game and 87 in the pass game. He was playing, bro. He had 2 penalties here and there. He had 2 penalties there. Jonah Jackson had 3 false starts.
Yeah,
Jonah Jackson had 3 false starts. Drew Dalman got beat in the pass game very easily. But I knew come from Atlanta studying this guy. If you pay attention, running game is his strength. He running game has always been Judrama Smith. He's always been iffy in pass protection, even down the line. I knew this coming here, but I figured like you get with Ben Johnson, you get with these offensive line gurus, they can clean some things up. And I'm just gonna charge week one to lack of cohesion on the offensive line. Okay. All they did was practice. All they did was practice in the training camp. Yeah. This is their first time taking the field together as a whole five in the game, because even that game against Kansas City, that was not the whole starting lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fernando,
I'm just gonna take the lack of cohesion. And like he said, bro, it's week one. You know, like I said what you said. I get what you said, because you and I know we're tired of hearing all this crap though, bro. We're tired of hearing all this crap. The GM has went out there and did put these guys in position with talent, first round draft picks, veterans. Like, there's no excuses. Like, you can go to somebody else. Like, there's no excuses for a guy like Colson Loveland, who you got in the first round, a top 10 pick, to have one catch in the debut. There's no reason Cole Kmet only got 2 catches in the debut. Luther Burke 1 catch for negative yards. Yes. Like, no way this should be happening. Call some better plays, man.
Yes, that's my issue. I will say this. Shout out to Fernando. Okay. You saying it's week one? You gonna call it cohesion?
I said lack of cohesion and week one. Like, they don't have it. Okay. Like, offensive line takes time to gel.
That was Fernando's point. I'm gonna say, okay, going forward, that's what I'm gonna be looking for. How many weeks you gonna give him, Fernando? How many weeks? Since you said it was week one, cohesion on the O-line, how many weeks you give him before that's not gonna be an excuse anymore?
3.
3 weeks. Okay.
And here's why, right? And one of the things that we're saying, we're talking Bears, we're talking Vikings.
Yeah.
Let's not forget and give credit to the defense that Minnesota has and their front seven, right? Yeah. Brian Flores is a great defensive coach.
Okay.
And he squared off with Ben Johnson before. He understands his scheme, they understand each other. They have a good defensive team. A team that won 14 games last year was willing to let their quarterback walk because they believe they have a defense and a scheme good enough to sustain. Right? But, how many other great front sevens is Chicago going to see aside from like Green Bay? They're gonna.
But we also got to remember, Ben Johnson had a lot of success.
No, you ain't looked at
like maybe listen. On paper, we're gonna see one more all year, like you said. On paper, one more all year. That's Baltimore. That's the only one we're gonna see on paper.
Yeah,
but
Green Bay now has a good front seven too.
No, they got a couple good guys in that line, but I wouldn't say their front seven is great. I would say because their linebackers aren't the greatest.
That's true. Mike, what was you saying? Say it again.
Well, I mean, I get it. You know, people just keep saying week one. I understand that it is week one, but these games are huge, and the Bears, to me, have one of the tougher schedules in the league. So week one, you might have, okay, you want to wash it away, but these other teams that that you trying to compare yourself to and that you have not beat in your own conference is gonna be tough.
Yes,
it's not and this was a bad loss to start the foundation, to build on the foundation. Now you're gonna be fresh and to go to Detroit and try to beat them. They're going to be hungry. They just lost too. So how they looked last week is not going to be how they look this week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe how y'all looked last week, maybe Caleb will have a better second half because to me, he had probably his worst second half of his career so far, and y'all lost the game because of that.
Yeah.
Because he was 10 for 10. I'm looking at him like, oh my God, my boy is on. He's doing it. And then once things don't go right, and he didn't put the team to me on his shoulders, and really carry him. And then he's missing wide open routine quarterback throws.
Yeah.
I agree. Footwork, bro. Footwork.
Yeah. You made a good point in footwork. Like I said, he was relying on his arm a lot. He dropped back, the ball's not accurate. You know what I'm saying? He's putting too much on it.
Yeah.
He's missing guys.
Yeah. Wide open. He missed Komet wide open in the middle. With his skin in the draft, wide open in the middle.
And he missed DJ Moore and Adunze.
Yeah. Shout out.
You can't have that. You just can't have that. And so, like I said, the Bears have a very tough schedule, and this was a bad. Not saying that the season's over, but we're gonna see some fight. We're gonna have to see some fight out of these boys. That same thing I tell my sons. Like, man, y'all had a bad loss, man, but how are you gonna respond?
Yes.
Like it's almost a must win at Detroit because you want to be able to win big games in your division on the road. I don't want to just sit up here when you look at it and like, oh, that's a loss, that's a loss. I mean, you're gonna keep doing that. No, we need to learn how to win. You got to learn how to beat good teams also in your conference and in your division.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
The Bears need to go up there with the mindset. Last week was last week, and go to work. I mean, and really go to work because Detroit gonna be coming to play tough. They put on a bad show last week, so got to get that out your mind and come and play ball again. And then, like, no excuses, but I didn't know that the Bears was missing. Hey, 3 of my top guys on y'all defense. I like the boy Jordan and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, man.
Edwards is out blue though too.
Edwards was out, so that's why you have to take advantage when you have them boys on the ropes, and you can get the first downs and keep the ball moving and score some touchdowns or put some more points on the board. And like you said, Vic, the momentum got away from them, and it just kind of like, it was almost kind of like the same thing is happening again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if they won 4-3.
Yeah, you got to pull it out. Got to get the dub. You got to get the dub at the crib. You at the crib.
Yes,
you got the crib.
Yes,
shout out to Mal Sauce YouTube checking in. Appreciate you checking in. Vic, I'm gonna give you the last word, and then we're gonna go around the NFL real quick.
Yeah, and then we're not really gonna see who and what this Bears offense is, because I know what this defense is gonna be. They're gonna be fine if they stay healthy at the right position. I know the defense is gonna keep us in a lot of games. We're not really gonna see what this offense is, and like I said, to that O-line gets cohesion, and we can run the ball on easy rundown, because we're still third and 3. We getting stuffed in the backfield. We should be able to pick up the first down. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. We should be able to pick up the first down. We have to pass on 3rd and 1 and try to get the first down. That's just too much. We got to be able to get the run game going to take some of the pressure off this young quarterback, man. And that's what we haven't been able to do since he's been here. We haven't been able to consistently run the ball, and we couldn't run the ball last night to put this game away. That was the problem though, the other night. They could have ran the ball better. They could have put this game away. Time possession. We still, even through all that, the Bears won the time of possession. You won the turnover battle because you didn't turn the ball over. You did everything right except for finish.
Yep. Everybody that's checking in.
Johnson didn't play either, right?
Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, or Edwards.
Nope.
Yeah, we're missing three. Probably our 3 best defenders. Probably our 3 best defenders.
The running back.
Roshan Johnson
didn't play either.
Yeah. And everybody that's checking in, make sure y'all share and comment. We can post the comments. Well, we had the same conversation last year, Vic, about DeAndre Swift being able to run the ball. He picked it up later, but early on, we was like, oh, he can't run between the tackles.
Yeah, he can't run between the tackles. Same old Bears. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I want to go around the NFL, man, because it was some big games that went on, man. A lot of big games that went on, a lot of storylines. The Ravens choke away another game against the Bills, man. We continue to talk about, for whatever reason, whether it's playoffs or big games in the regular season, the Ravens do something to not finish it out. They had no business losing that game against the Bills with like 15-point lead in the fourth quarter. And once again, we had a big the running back, Derrick Henry, King Henry, fumbled the ball. And they lose the game. Once again, if it's either was Mark Andrews not being able to catch the ball in the playoffs, the tight end last year, toe on the line, Lamar Jackson missing wide open receivers, and now we got King Henry fumbling the ball. Ed Oliver gets in the backfield, strips the ball, and once again, when it comes down to it, they lose. They choke away. I call it a choke because they choked that game away. There's no way, no reason why they should have lost that game. When y'all seen that game, what was y'all thoughts about that game? Any one of y'all can go.
I'm just curious to know, when we look at those two teams, we could always talk about how great their offenses are.
Yeah. But
were both teams' defenses really exposed that they allowed both of them to give up 40 points? I mean, what does that say? We're here praising the greatness of Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, and we could do that all day, every day, and that's just a simple thing to do. But has both teams' defenses really been exposed?
Well, I'll say this. I never expected the Bills' defense to be great. I'm just looking at it on paper. They don't have no huge names that like Ed Oliver is good. I mean, what big names do they have on defense like that?
Depending on the Bosa's healthy this year.
Oh, and Bosa, and that's not even the best Bosa. They got the
that's not the best Bosa.
Yeah.
This is an injury-prone Bosa.
Second-hand Bosa.
Yeah, this is the injury-hand Bosa. Yeah.
They ain't got the best Bosa, so
they got
I'm looking at that defense, and it's like, okay,
the sugar-free Bosa. That's what.
Yeah, but both offenses are explosive to me. Josh Allen won MVP last year. Lamar could have won it again last year. 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He could have won it again last year. So I'm not.
And I think Cook is one of the more underrated players, not just running back players in the NFL. Like, dude is a home run waiting to happen. Every time he touches the ball, he's a home run waiting to happen.
Yeah, Mike, what do you think? What's the Ravens' problem? Why do you seem? It seems like they somehow, some way, found a way to lose the big games.
Well, this was history was made that night. That's the first time Baltimore has lost a game that they, was up 40 points. I mean, was up late in the game, scoring 40 and lose. That was the first time. So that was new for them. I still think they both have good defensive units. It's just when you're going up against two MVPs, that part shows. And then we go back to momentum. Henry fumbled. I mean, you still got 15 points to cover. So the momentum, it's almost like the Ravens almost gave up after the fumble instead of, hey, you still got 15 points to, lead. Now it's time to fight. Like, you still have to fight like you're down. A lot of teams don't know how to, deal with adversity right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And that's surprising to me. That team should know how. And I think that's a bad loss for Baltimore. Not a division game, but, later down the line, that's going to come back as far as a tiebreaker, So
that's the home field advantage right there.
They let Buffalo off the hook, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, I give credit to Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? They didn't hang their head. Opportunity came. The defense came and made a play. They scored 40. They didn't score no more after that. All we did is 41 to get the win, and that's what everybody's talking about. It's not
getting it done.
Getting it done. So they got a turnover, and Josh still had to put it in the end zone. He did what he had to do. They had to go for two. He pulled his cape out, and they did that. So, that's a bad loss for Baltimore too.
Yeah.
The Ravens allowed over 220 passing yards by Josh Allen in the fourth quarter alone. Was it something like that?
It might have been.
This is the first game. They said it's the first game in NFL history where a team rushed for almost 300 yards in a game and lost.
Yeah,
that was Baltimore.
Crazy.
Yeah, they had like 270 some yards rushing in this game and lost.
But I attribute all that to Josh Allen. He's just that good. Like, he's balling out right now.
You keep giving him, you keep giving him chances. He gonna take care of business. But what I saw was an overreaction from a lot of people too on Buffalo. Everybody crying in Buffalo right now. They say, "Oh man, they favored in every game. The next 16 games, they are favored to win on their schedule. You only play 17 games. I'm sorry, bro. So basically, you're trying to say they're going undefeated. Nah, they good, but that defense is gonna give up another 40 burger to somebody, and there ain't gonna be no comeback. You get what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no comeback.
Yeah. We got Mouse Sauce said Josh Allen, aka Himothy. He's
I give Josh Allen this credit because there were times I thought he was overrated. I will admit that. Me and some of the guys at the job, we talked about. I was like, I don't know about this guy. He overrated. Last year he played like I ain't seen nobody play.
Facts. Yeah. He kept getting better. He did.
He did. He had me. I ate crow. And I had no problem doing it. I ate crow when it came to that guy. I did.
Shout out to the FYF Sports Debate checking in. They got a big platform. If you're not subscribed to them, check them out, man. They got some great content over there. Shout out to them checking in on the Allen Powell Show. Also, Micah Parsons, first game with the Packers. Vic, we got to deal with him, bro. We're going to have to deal with him. I was not happy about that trade. He made an impact already, chasing that Jared Goff down, bro. How do you think he's going? Like, we got to worry about him chasing Caleb around now. I'm not happy about that at all. I think he's a one of the top talents defensive ends in the league, bro. And what do you think about how does that change? How does that change the dynamics of the Green Bay Packers with Micah Parsons?
I mean, people gonna get mad at me, bro. He's a great player, but he's not a great player. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. He's a great player, but everybody talking about the next Reggie White, the next LT. Pump them brakes. Pump them brakes. Pump them brakes. There's no next Reggie White. There is no next Lawrence Taylor. These are one-of-ones.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes. Now, getting back to him, he's a great player. Great player. I can't take nothing away from him. But bro, I know he made some plays, but he doesn't strike fear to me. He just don't.
Yeah.
The Eagles were able to deal with this dude I mean, to treat him like he wasn't out there every time they played him. You got the right type of offensive line, you can neutralize this guy. He can definitely be neutralized. We see it happen all the time.
Do we have the right offensive line?
I don't. We don't know. We don't know.
I'll tell you right now.
We won't know what no. Okay, so you will base our offensive line on one game. So you gonna act like the other guy
off this game and last year, because you got to remember who I left.
But if you compare this line to last year, there's three different styles, bro. You can't do that. You can't compare last year to this year.
The reason why I say that, he's an edge rusher. We know our left tackle and our right tackle from last year. I like Darnell Wright, but you can't tell me you're not scared with Braxton Jones on the other side.
I'm very scared. I'm very scared of Braxton Jones getting bull rush. But what we don't give Braxton Jones enough credit for, when they played his strength and have him pulling and getting out there in that run game, he one of the better left tackles in the NFL. Run at Micah. That's how you neutralize Micah. You run at him, bro. The man, you know how much he weighs, bro? 239 pounds, man. Dude can get wallowed up. He's a great player. I ain't taking it away from him. That's his game. Rushing the passer. Make him do other things. That's how you neutralize a guy like him. Go with that 12 personnel and make him have to guard Colston Loveland or Cole Kmet or Luther Burden in the slot. You have to. This is what other teams that when they go against some teams that have personnel gonna make him do it. I love them, but that's how teams always beat the Cowboys and neutralize him. They run at him and they put him in coverage.
Okay, this is the thing. He didn't even play all the snaps with Green Bay. They put him in third down situations where his job was to pass the rusher. And so I think he's going to be doing that majority of the time. He's not going to be dropping in coverage.
And it's good. Good. So you pay this guy $47 million. You only going to rush him on third down. Thank you. You made the game even easier from the first two downs of mine. The first two downs of mine.
He's coming off a back injury, so they had like a pitch count on him. But when he's fully healthy, he's going to be moving around, doing a lot of stuff, and he's going to pass rush a lot. I'm just saying.
He's going to move from side to side. He's not going to play inside. He will get walloped. He's not going to play inside.
Okay.
He will get walloped this time. I've seen it. Bro, I see when they played the 49ers. Bro, I see when they played the 49ers and they put him on Trent Williams' side, and Trent Williams was 36. Oh, Trent Williams was 36 years old at the time. Let me finish. 36 years old. And this dude was 21 at the time, dude. He pushed him all over the field, bro. He's a little defensive end. You asking me for my opinion. I'm not worried about him. Now, if you are, that's fine. You asking me for mine. I'm not worried about dude. He's a great player. He's going to make his play. But he's not going to dominate like an LT or Reggie White. He don't put that fear in my heart like when they got him or Charles Woodson, when the Packers got Charles Woodson. Those are the type of guys I fear. I don't fear this guy because he has so many weaknesses. He's a terrible runner. Bro, when your owner comes out and says, now we'll be better in run defense, even after he tried to pay you, that says a lot. Even your coach is saying it, like, man, we're going to be better in the run game. And what happened against the Eagles?
I bet you they could have used them against the Eagles, but this is the last thing I'm going to say. Are we actually going to compare Trent Williams to Braxton Jones? Trent Williams is going to be a Hall of Famer. Braxton Jones, come on. Of course, Micah Parsons is not going to look the part against the Trent Williams. Trent Williams is a Hall of Famer. But Braxton Jones, I'm worried.
So you want me to tell you don't think that Darnell Wright can win like 60% of reps against him?
I said I like Darnell Wright. I like Darnell Wright.
You said they're going to be switching around. He may not go just against Braxton Jones every game. And then in the run game, I like against him. I would in the run game, absolutely. Now the pass rush situation, no.
But that's what I'm saying.
The key to the Bears. When we go back to the key to the Bears is running the ball. That's what we say. Hey, if we can't run the ball, anybody gonna be able to lift their chops and sack our quarterback and just haul off and rush.
If you were a defensive coordinator, where would you put Micah Parsons against the Bears?
Whoever he
I
needs to
would
be.
put him up against Braxton Jones.
Oh, thank you. That's my
Okay,
whole
but
point.
now let's play devil's advocate. If I'm being Johnson, I'm running at this dude who my offensive tackles outweighs about 30 pounds all night. We're gonna see how your stamina is. We're gonna see how strong you is from getting hit, getting a body on you all night, not getting no free runs. We're gonna see how you hold up.
Wherever he lines up, you could get your another guard to pull on him.
All day long.
But y'all talking about running, y'all. But what about the passing game? Y'all talking about running the running game. But what about the passing game too? Because we're going to have some times where it's time to pass.
There's a reason why you have a double tight end set now.
Okay, I hear you.
Listen, I got on the Tampa hat. You guys in Chicago, but I'm in North Carolina. And in North Carolina, the Panthers was the worst team defensively last year. The second to worst team was a Dallas Cowboys team that Micah Parsons played. Right? They gave up the second most points than any other team in the NFL. So let's not do this whole praising thing. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he going to make the Packers better? Yes. Is there going to be a lot of intangibles because of his rushing? Somebody may be able to force the ball a little bit faster in the corners or see capitalize.
That's what happened this game.
But let's not say that, the Packers team was already good. Let's not say that Micah is giving them an extra 4 or 5 wins.
No, I'm
it's
not gonna say that
much of an impact.
Might be another 1 or 2 though. Might be another 1 or 2 because the exact thing you just said, the Packers got a pick on the strength of Micah Parsons getting pressure and Jared Carlson had to get rid of the ball quick.
But you have to remember something with Green Bay, right? Green Bay, and this is going on Chicago again. You guys are in a division where Minnesota has a new quarterback. Chicago has a new head coach and a second-year quarterback. And Detroit lost both their OC and their DC. Mm-hmm. Green Bay didn't lose anybody. They brought back all their starters. So just by that and the chemistry that they have as a good team, with help, because Love didn't play every game, they're destined to be a better team and possibly win the division. So even if they win the division, let's not say Micah was the reason. He's going to benefit from that. Yes, he's going to help them defensively, but I don't think his defensive impact is swaying the outcome of Green Bay. Let's see Green Bay when they play somebody, like you said, Philly.
Well, we got to
see Green Bay.
We're going to play. Even tomorrow night when they play against the Commanders, and they got Bo Melton, and they got this dude, Bo Melton, who's a converted wide receiver out there trying to guard T-Mac one-on-one. So I don't really care about Micah. There's still holes on this Green Bay defense. They lifted good week 1. There are holes on this Green Bay defense. They went against a Detroit Lions team that has lost the best center in the league to retirement. They lost the best center in the league to retirement. They also lost one of their starting guards to free agency. This is not the same Detroit offensive line that Green Bay went up against. Wait till they go up against one of these top offensive lines, and then we'll see what type of impact Mike is going to make.
Mike, last word on Micah Parsons. What you think is
Detroit bottom of the division?
Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean that's a damn good pickup for Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas is they in shambles. They happy with 2 first-round picks. We're going to be late picks. Green Bay's going to be good. They're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be in the 20s for the next couple years. So, to me, Dallas ain't really – all they did was just not pay the man. But, Mike is going to make a great impact, over there at Green Bay. Shoot. I wouldn't even worry about Mike until y'all play him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to focus on Detroit this week, man. Hutchinson, y'all got to worry about them boys too. So –
sure.
But as far as Parsons, though, I mean, hey man, that's a good pickup for Green Bay, man. He is a problem now. I don't know who's been talking about Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor. They need to knock it off.
I don't know who said that either.
Them Hall of Famers, man. He's not a Hall of Famer.
I got y'all 2 phone numbers. I'll send y'all the clip. I'll send y'all the clips.
Hey, a couple more things I want to get to, and y'all can tell me whichever storyline y'all was interested more. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers got revenge against the Jets. We also seen Justin Fields play well. I was happy for Justin Fields playing well, but Aaron Rodgers got his revenge, and he let the media know in the postcard. He's like, I want to defeat everybody who was associated with the Jets. So we know what he was on. I
don't like that dude, but go ahead.
So that I also believe the Dolphins got blown out by the coach. I believe, bro, something's gonna happen with that Dolphins team, bro. Like, this is getting ridiculous, man. Tyreek Hill had his comments at the end of last season, and the coach players was like, we had Tua rattled. We took away his first read, and he couldn't operate. And so I think, like, the talent that the Dolphins got on their team, by the end of the year, it's going to be some big shakeups with the Dolphins. But it's too much talent on that team for them to get blown out by a Daniel Jones coach team. Now they talking about Daniel Jones might mess around, be comeback player of the year, all this type of stuff. It's getting out of control.
Well, Justin Herbert's the MVP after League One, bro. Justin, I don't care crazy stuff that Justin Herbert's the MVP of the league after Week 1.
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they be crazy with this stuff, man.
Let's talk about that game, the Chiefs and Chargers, because we got the #1 Chiefs fan here. The Chargers was able to pull out the game. It was over in Brazil, so you have that aspect. But I think the AFC West is going to be a tough division. We know the Broncos are there. They played well last year, and the Chargers are here. How do you feel about your Chiefs after Week 1 and the division in totality, Mike? How do you feel about that first game?
For me, it was the defense kind of started slow for me, right? That's one. And then the injury to Worthy early, that just kind of, like I said, a momentum type deal, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a game plan for him and he wasn't there. So, we struggled at that, to get back into a groove. Now, we had to incorporate Hollywood in there. He struggled early, but he ended up with like 10 catches. So you seen what we were trying to do. So we got behind the 8-ball, a little early. And for me, it's like them boys ain't beat us since 21. We ain't beat us in 4 years. They lost 8 times to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're bound to get one, right? It's like, so it's an overreaction for me, for everybody. Like, oh, y'all lost to the Chargers. Okay, I mean, it is a division game. It is tough. It's going to be, but they hadn't beat us in 4 years. 4 years, not just, last year. No, 4 years, bro. And then, to me, the Chargers had to play their best game. They had to play their best game, their best football to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And one thing about that, we play them twice. So we'll see again later on. If they can do it again, I'll give my hat to them. But if they don't do it again, I don't want to hear nothing, man. And then what you going to do the following week? Because a lot of teams will play the Chiefs. They'll beat the Chiefs. They think they done something. Then the next week you lose.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm not going to overreact. I mean, I hate that our guy got hurt. We will get Rice back after week 6. So that's a plus. Yeah. And I'm happy about our left tackle, man. Rookie left tackle that we took at the bottom of the first round. The boy looked good. So
one thing
I'm happy. I'm not gonna overreact, you know what I'm saying? The week 1 loss. I mean, it was in Brazil or whatever, it's that's fine. I'm happy for the Chargers because to me they had to play their best game. That was Herbert's best game against the Chiefs. He used his legs, he had to pull out everything. Okay, so you have to sustain that almost for the rest of the season. So if we don't see that, then what?
One thing I'm worried about with the Chiefs is the injuries. This is like they continue to have to like pick people up off the streets, the Juju Smith-Schusters, Hollywood Brown, and like plug and play guys. But the injuries I feel like is a problem. And I just hope that and then now you got Rasheed Rice suspension. No, you can't control it, but I think it plays a part. I think it plays a part in the success of the Chiefs. Like sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you where, these guys getting injured and suspensions with the Rasheed Rice, you got to wait till after week 6 to get him back. So, and then the division keeps getting better. So I think it's going to be a very tightly contested division. And I look forward to seeing what's going on. Vic, what you got?
Yeah, it was the Chiefs lost the first game of the year to the Detroit Lions, then went on and won the Super Bowl. So me just being a non-Chiefs fan, but being a follower of the team, I'm not really worried about them, man. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes really doesn't get into his groove till after whenever his bye week is. He come out of his bye week, he got a whole different focus. Them Knicks done got taken care of, them injured, them little Knicks got taken care of in his body. As long as he upright back there, I got the Chiefs winning the AFC West. I don't even care about that last game. As long as Mahomes upright, I got the Chiefs winning the AFC West. That was a fluke. That last game was a fluke. Like I said, Worthy went out by running to his own damn man on one of the first plays of the game.
Yeah.
That won't happen the next game. You'll have Rasheed Rice back. That passing game gonna be explosive, man. I love what I saw from the offensive line. I didn't like what I saw from the run game, but hopefully protecting those guys can improve. But I'm gonna like that passing game going forward when they get Rashee Rice back and they get Worthy back. Because you got 2-4-3 guys there. Which one you gonna know?
And see, yeah, we gotta wait for them to come back. We gotta wait for Worthy to get healthy, and then we gotta wait for Rice to come back off injury. Out of these storylines, Fernando, also talk the Eagles and Cowboys. Only thing I want to talk about with that one was Jalen Carter just spitting on Dak Prescott. Like, yo, this is one of the reasons why he dropped a little bit in that draft, because they was worried about.
That's why he's not a Chicago Bear.
Yeah, so you can't do that right in front of the ref. But out of all these storylines, Fernando, which one you want to touch on, and we're gonna move on.
Well, I'll touch on the Eagles and Cowboys real quick, but I'm going to say this quick about the Chiefs. Just all I'm going to say is that when you're on top that long and in the division, every team in the division builds to beat you. Yeah. And it's hard to sustain that. And when you look at the teams that every team got better in that division, they're built to beat. They're building themselves to simply beat the Chiefs. Yeah. And I like the Chargers this year. That's all I'm going to say. But
you like the Chargers to win the division?
I said it from the beginning of the year. I asked my brother and everything. I believe I like how the Chargers are built. I think that
you see a changing of the guard. Okay.
Yes, I like it. Best coach division too. We can't forget that. Best coach division as well.
Ah man, now you tripping, man.
Now you tripping, man. Every coach in that
man. How about one at the NFL level?
Well, you know what? That's your opinion.
How about one at the NFL level? To be the best coach in that division.
Championship.
You are.
I said in the NFL. I said in the NFL. I'm sorry.
He's been to
Ann Arbor, Michigan. There's no team from Ann Arbor, Michigan in the NFL.
He hasn't won a Super Bowl. He's been to
one. So I'm strongly disagree with that one. I'm strongly disagree with that one. I mean, you can take them as the pick and come up now fine, but he's not a better coach than Andy Reid. I'm sorry, bro.
I didn't say that.
You said best coach in the division. You said best.
You did.
Say that. Wait. Say it again. Wait. What you say?
He's in the division with Andy Reid.
Hold on. Let's see what he said one more time.
I said the Chargers are going to win division. I said that, but I also said it because I said it's a tough division, but I also said it's the best coached division.
Oh, best coach division, best coach.
Yes,
okay,
the best coach, not in the division. You're right. Division. Okay. Every coach in that division has won a Super Bowl or won a championship.
It's the way he said it.
I apologize. Hey, boy, I'm about to hang up on you, boy.
No. He's not the best coach. Andy Reid.
So let me just say.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that. So people don't give Pat a lot of credit. They just thinking, oh, okay, doing this, doing that. You got Sean Payton that's won a Super Bowl, like you said, the best coach division. He's going against these best coach teams in the division. And I'm not going to say that he's better than Brady. I'm just giving a reference to Brady because he's the only reference that you can give to.
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes is to Brady, right? So Brady was in a weak division. The Jets got him once or twice, or got him once. Another team. He only lost to the Bills like twice his whole 20 years up there. Yep. The Bills been trash. The Jets was trash. The Dolphins was trash. You know what I'm saying? But Pat Mahomes going up against arguably maybe the best defense in the league right there at Denver. Arguably, I'm just throwing it out there. Top defense, right? Yeah. Sean Payton, a good coach team, like you said, Harbaugh, and now you bring in the knowledge of Brady in the front office at the Raiders with with Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? And that's just his division, let alone he has to go through, if you see him, a Joe Burrows of the league. You got to go through your Josh Allens of the league. These are MVP quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's of the league.
Yeah.
Pat had done been through all that. So, losing week 1 is fine, man, but if you're not beating him when it matters most late in the year, I don't want to hear it, man.
Hey, what's funny is all we heard was best coach division. That's all we heard.
Yeah.
We heard best.
We was going to knock you off here, boy.
I'm like Harbaugh. I remember when the Bears drafted him. I was I like Harbaugh, but nah, not right now.
Yeah, you're right. This is the best coached division. I can give you that. I can give you that.
I'm pretty sure on that, Fernando.
Yeah. Every one of them has been to a Super Bowl at least. So yeah. Fernando, you almost got the set real quick.
Except for all of my one except Harbaugh. Yeah.
Yes, everyone is one to say. So shout out to Najee the Chosen One from them LeBron people. They checking in, you know, from the LeBron groups. You know, they
hey man, we talking about
get out
next
here,
month,
LeBron
man.
trash.
Basketball next
go
month.
with a 4-6 record in the championship. Ain't nobody go with no 4-6 record in the championship. Get out of here.
Man, basketball is next month.
Hey, we are streaming live on the Go James Kingdom platform. They have a lot of followers, so we just bringing in some football knowledge, some football talk to the Go James Kingdom platform. But you know, them LeBron people, they just, you know, they gonna say what they gonna say. All right, look, real quick, because we got to get to this fight, but real quick, Thursday night football, real quick. Who y'all got? Commanders going into Green Bay. Real quick, Fernando, who you got? Commanders or Packers? Who you pick?
I got the Packers, man.
Packers at the crib. Vic, who you got? Commanders on the road against the Packers.
Man, give me Jalen Daniels and them boys, man, because they're not gonna stop running the ball. They're not gonna be deterred about running that ball against Green Bay like Detroit didn't get Gibbs or Montgomery going. The Commanders, they're not gonna stop running that ball against Green Bay. Eventually, they're gonna expose them.
Got you. Commanders. Mike, who you got? Commanders at Green Bay Thursday night football.
Man, this is a tough pick for me, man.
It is.
Because I like Jordan Love, man. I like Jake Daniels, man. These guys are, man, this is gonna be an epic battle. This is gonna be tiebreaker potential, you know what I'm saying, later in the season. But I'm gonna go because I know everybody just raving on the Packers, you know, after last week, which I think, you know, is a good thing. I'm gonna go out and go with the Commanders, man, just because only reason why I'm going up there just because I know the type of team that they are, and they are good enough to go on the road and win big games on the road. They've proven that, they've done that, and I'm just gonna hang my hat on that. You know, just shake up the NFL a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
What I like in that matchup, Al, is I like McLaurin and Debo against Bo Melton and the other second string corner out there. I just do. I like that matchup. I'm gonna take McLaurin and Debo over Bo Melton, them guys, all day long. I like the matchup.
Got you. So key matchup to follow according to Vic. Look at those matchups: corners versus the wide receivers. Mal Sauce on YouTube says the Commanders. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm picking the Packers, but of course I want the Commanders to win. I'm rooting for the Commanders, but I'm picking the Packers. I ain't happy about this, but I'm picking the Packers at the crib. At the crib, I'm picking the Packers, but I'm definitely rooting for the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I want to get.
If the Packers won, I wouldn't be surprised, but I never ride with them. I'm never picking them. They can be favored by 15 points, and I'm gonna pick the team who they favor 15 points against. I wouldn't put no money on it, but I'm just never riding with the Packers. And then I'm never, especially when they're going against a team with talent.
Yeah. What you got, Fernando?
I said traveling on a short week and winning on Lambeau in prime time is hard. If it was a Sunday game, I'd have probably leaned a little bit differently. But short week traveling up,
both teams,
I'm just saying it's a little harder to do.
On the road. Got you. Want to get hey, it's fight week, bro. Fight week is here. Listen, man, when I tell you I'm excited about this fight, I don't get too excited about a lot of fights. Last time I was this excited, Vic, was when Crawford faced Spence. And the last time Crawford was this determined was against Spence. So I'm excited about this fight. Canelo, Crawford. I'm picking Crawford. Last time, I'm very curious to see what he comes out to. When he came out to Eminem, Lose Yourself, I was like, oh, Spence is in trouble. If you know the song, you know the lyrics. I'm excited to see what Crawford is going to come out to. But I'm picking Canelo. First of all, are y'all watching the fight? Who you got?
I got Bud.
Definitely watching the fight.
Go to Facebook, look at check my profile picture out right now.
Yeah.
I got Bud, my profile picture holding all three of them belts.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. I'm riding with Bud. Period.
I'm Bud, you Bud. Mike, what you got? You watching the fight? Who you going with?
I'm definitely watching the fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love both fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Canelo been putting in work for a long time, man. And you know, Bud coming up to his weight class is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And man, Canelo solid, man. You know what I'm saying? But I give a lot of credit to Crawford to coming up, and he didn't just face the number 3 guy in his class, the number 4 guy. He went straight to the top guy. You know what I'm saying? So that means, you know, he got a lot of confidence. So I mean, I'm gonna ride with Bud, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with Bud, but I really just want to see a great fight, man. You know, we don't really get to see a lot of too many great fights, man. So I just want to see a great fight.
And Fernando, I know I talked to you. You said, you know, the fight game has really lost its luster for you. But I'm telling you, this is the one you should tune into. This is the one you should watch.
I'm gonna watch the fight. I'm rooting for Bud, and like I said, you know, earlier when I was talking about boxing, I was saying, like, you know, when I look at boxing now, I like to see a good fight, but right now, man, I see a lot more money grabs and fights, right?
Yes.
So it kind of lost its luster for me. But these are two competitors. These are real, true,
these are two fighters
that have respect for each other and have respect for the sport. So it's going to be a great match.
Sir.
That's something that I'm going to tune into to watch.
Yes, you kind of feel like me, Fernando. Like I was boxing was one of my favorite sports, like literally. But I would say the last 25 years with the heavyweight division falling off the way it has, it just took a lot of sting out of boxing. Like we always had a dominant heavyweight champion, undefeated guy that we can ride it behind, and everybody try to get up to him. That's not the case now, man. What's my boy name? I always trying to hate on Mike Tyson, but he been getting knocked out lately. The black guy. What's the brother name?
Floyd. Wait, no,
not Floyd. Floyd ain't lost. He's a heavyweight. Wilder, is that his name?
Wilder.
Wilder.
He was supposed to be the best heavyweight out here, or supposed to be the best heavyweight for the next 15, 20 years, and that's not the case. He done got knocked. Joshua, same thing. They got knocked out. Like there's no dominant heavyweight boxer. There haven't been a dominant heavyweight boxer since Lennox Lewis in the early 2000s. Other than that belt done changed hands every year.
Well, Usyk been putting in work. He didn't cleaned out the division, man. And I know it ain't the most appealing.
Yeah, well, it used to be, but he can only fight who in front of him. So I agree with you on that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this fight, man. I'm watching this fight in detail, and I hope Bud is able to pull it off. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I like Canelo, but I definitely think he's a little overrated. I think he got Triple G got robbed one of the fights. I thought he lost to Lara. I just don't think he's as great as everybody pushing him up. I think because of
that Triple G, he definitely lost that. He definitely lost that first fight to Triple G.
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely. So I hope Bud able to pull it off, man, and do his thing. But yeah, Canelo versus Crawford going down this week. We all rooting for Bud. Hope Bud pull it off, man. Before we get up out of here, I do have a scripture of the week. This scripture, Psalms 119, 105. Okay. And it just quickly says, your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. And when I read this, it just made me think that in life, sometimes we just don't know where to go, where to move, how to navigate what's going on in life. And I think if we just go back to the word, which is the Bible, you will find your answers, and it can be a light on your path. If you're not sure about what path you need to go on, a lot of Bibles have, like, you can look up certain topics and look up for Bible scriptures on it, and you can look to that. And I think a lot of times you can find your answer by going to the scripture. Whatever topic you're going through, you can look for that scripture and find the answers for whatever path you might be going down. And so when it says a word is a lamp for my feet, wherever you walking towards, if you get into that word and dig in whatever topic that is, I think the word can help you out in that situation. So Psalms 119, 105, that's the scripture. If you want to check it out and look more into it, that's it. Other than that, I want to thank my esteemed panel today. Fernando, making your debut. Thank you for joining, my guy.
You got to have Fernando back, man. You got to have Fernando back. He's knowledgeable, and he got to speak up a little bit though, man. Sometimes we don't understand what you're saying, man.
I'm gonna get the laptop up next time.
Yeah, you gotta hey, clearly say your sentences, because you was about to get some shots at you real quick. That was about to come at your head.
Real quick before we get off, because we didn't touch on the Buccaneers. How you like how Baker Mayfield to change his career around down there? I've never been a Baker Mayfield fan, but I give props where props is due. It looked like he didn't put it. It looked like he didn't put in work and learn the playbooks, and he's taking it serious since he's been down there. That's what it looked like to me.
I love it, because for a guy who's been in the league for as long as he's been in the league and has as much offensive coordinators. I mean, think about it. From the time he got to Tampa, he's had an OC every year, right? And we've seen the battle of his OCs with Carolina versus Jacksonville. But yet, you know, I think the the win, although it was the expected win, we were supposed to have this win against Atlanta, and I still think it was a very impressive win because what people are not talking about, brand new OC we got again, and by not having Tristan Wirfs, which is the second best lineman in the league behind Trent Williams, we actually rotated our center to make him to the tackle, and we did all of that right before the game.
Yeah.
And that's why our offense kind of looked vanilla in the beginning. We couldn't get the run game going. We couldn't do any kind of screens to the flat or anything like that.
Yeah.
And Baker still pulled it off. And I think, he's poised to be a top 5 quarterback this year.
Whoa. See, there you go again. You top 5? I mean, Mike, I think named off like 5 in his rant about what Pat Mahomes got to go through. You talking about Pat Mahomes, Lamar?
I'm not no particular order. No particular order. I'm just throwing it out there. Lamar,
Josh,
Allen, Burrow, Pat Mahomes. Yeah.
No.
Sure.
I'm gonna be
okay.
I'm gonna be cautious in Burrow because they have a terrible line.
It's the same terrible line. He put up 4,900 yards passing last year, bro. Hey, hey, bro, that's my favorite quarterback in the league, and that's no disrespect to Pat Mahomes and none of those guys. That's my favorite quarterback in the league.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, and my statement was Baker Mayfield could be a top 5 quarterback.
You did that. I'm not taking that away. I'm throwing out 5 names. But then what I was about to tell you though is, if you go back and look at the last few years, how many quarterbacks have thrown for 4,000 yards passing? Baker Mayfield's name is on there. There's only a few guys who've done it 2 or 3 years in a row right now.
Yep.
He's one of them.
Yep.
That's why I'm asking you, how do you feel about him? Because I've never really been a fan. I'm always like, whatever we do. He has the talent. I'm like, he got the talent, but I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, I like Mayfield, but I can't give him top 5. I give him top 10, but he ain't top 5. I'm taking Stafford.
Definitely top 10 for sure.
Give me halfway.
Stafford.
I'm taking Stafford. I might take Jalen Hurts.
Golf.
Some people might take Golf.
I will. Right now, I will take Golf over. I will. That's just me.
Golf is a product of a system. Baker Mayfield has proven that the system changes and leaves him, and he still does great.
Hey, I get you. We'll argue about this on another day. Listen, if people for businesses, if you know anybody with businesses like to be a sponsor on this show and promote their business, they can do that. You also can send stars on Facebook. Make sure we need to be popping in North Carolina, Fernando. Get them subscribers up for us in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be popping out there too. Y'all can follow us on Facebook, IG, TikTok. I got the orange Allen Powell shirt. If y'all want merch, message me. We ship long distance all over the place.
Is that blue on there, bro?
Huh?
Or black? Is that blue or black on the?
Black,
I thought you might have like the alternate Bears thing. I was like, that's an Allen Powell Bears shirt. That'd be pretty fly.
It can be made though. It can be made for sure. But yeah, once again, thank y'all for joining on, man, and
thanks
we
for
can see
having me,
y'all
bro.
next week.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
We lock and load, Allen Powell.